Alright, hold on to your seats, because this true crime story is wild.
The more you look at the picture, and the more you looked at her, you could see something was terribly wrong.
We're talking kidnapping, fake identities.
The only person that knew her real identity.
We discovered that they changed their names.
She went by many names.
And a father-daughter relationship that literally turns into a marriage.
I remember the phone call, and she said she was pregnant, but Daddy won't let me go to college now.
Yeah, you heard that right. It's the twisted tale of Sharon Marshall, aka Suzanne Marie Sevakis, aka Tonya Hughes. This girl had more aliases than a con artist and a life story crazier than any Netflix plot. We're unpacking one of the wildest true stories out there. A young girl's identity stolen, her life manipulated by someone she thought she could trust, and a tragic ending that left behind more questions than answers. This one's dark, twisted, and totally unbelievable.
This is more than just a crime story. Who is this girl? What happened? And who the hell is she?
Very different people.
This beautiful young woman was trapped in evil.
There's a big question here. What happened to Sharon Marshall?
Our story begins in 1975. Little Suzanne Marie Sevakis is about 5 years old in North Carolina, living with her mom, Sandra, and 3 siblings. Mom meets a new guy. Enter Franklin Delano Floyd, a drifter with a rap sheet longer than a CVS receipt, armed robbery, kidnapping, you name it. Sandra marries him after a month of dating, and he soon convinces her to move the family to Texas. Not even a year later, Sandra lands in jail for 30 days over some bad checks. She leaves her kids in Floyd's care. Big mistake. When she's released, Floyd has vanished with little Suzanne and her infant brother. He even dumped the other 2 sisters at a local social services center on his way out. Sandra tries to report a kidnapping, but authorities basically shrug, saying, well, he is their stepfather, so not our problem. What? 1975, everyone. Where a stepdad could literally steal your kids and it wasn't even a crime. So now, Floyd is on the run with 5-year-old Suzanne and her baby brother. Floyd keeps Suzanne for himself, raising her as his daughter. Floyd rebrands Suzanne as Sharon Marshall. New name, new fake dad. By the 1980s, they're living as father and daughter. And incredibly, teenage Sharon is thriving at school. She even earns a full scholarship to Georgia Tech. But Floyd has other plans, because of course he does. He flat out refused to let her go to college. As Sharon told a friend, her dad wouldn't allow it. Just like that, her chance at freedom was gone. Floyd then moves them to Tampa, Florida, and forces Sharon, now about 18, to work as an exotic dancer. In 1988, she gave birth to a son, Michael. In 1989, Floyd even married Sharon in New Orleans under fake names. Yes, he married the girl he raised as his daughter. By 1990, the trio, Floyd, Sharon, and little Michael, are living in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Sharon, still going by Tonya Hughes, continues stripping to bring in cash, and Floyd continues being a controlling psychopath. She confides to a friend that she wants to escape, but Floyd has threatened to kill her and her son if she tries. He even claims he has police connections to track her down. Still, Sharon secretly plots her escape. She begins seeing a college student named Kevin, and they plan to run off together with baby Michael. Finally, a glimmer of hope. Then comes April 1990 and everything crashes down. One night in April, Sharon is found lying by a highway outside Oklahoma City, unconscious and badly hurt, apparently the victim of a hit and run. Groceries are scattered around her. She'd been walking back from a convenience store to a nearby motel. She's rushed to the hospital, but she dies the next day at just 20 years old. Floyd shows up and claims he fell asleep at the motel and has no idea what happened. Yeah, right. The man who vowed to kill her if she left just conveniently snoozed through her deadly accident? Sure, buddy. Police were immediately suspicious, but proving anything was tough. With no eyewitnesses or evidence, Sharon's death was officially ruled a hit and run. Floyd walked away a free man, at least for the moment. You'd think after all that, Floyd might slink into the shadows. Nope. He kept the crazy train rolling. Michael, now 2, was placed in foster care, but Floyd wasn't done yet. In 1994, Floyd pulled a brazen move. He walked into 6-year-old Michael's elementary school with a gun and kidnapped him from his first-grade classroom in broad daylight. He even tied up the principal during the getaway, because why not add extra felonies? A massive FBI manhunt ensued, and Floyd was caught 2 months later. But Michael was nowhere to be found, and Floyd wouldn't spill any details. For years, the boy's fate remained a terrifying mystery. Fast forward to 2014. Floyd, now an old man on death row, finally confesses he murdered Michael on the same day he kidnapped him. "I shot him twice in the back of the head to make it real quick," he reportedly told the FBI. Michael's body was never recovered, but at least Floyd's sickening secret was out. Floyd ultimately ended up on death row and died in prison in 2023 at age 79. Good riddance. Who was Sharon Marshall really? That question haunted investigators for decades. This young woman had lived under so many false names that even her closest friends never knew her true identity. In 2014, the FBI finally confirmed that Tonya Hughes, Sharon Marshall, was actually Suzanne Marie Sevakis, the little girl Floyd abducted from her mother back in 1975. After almost 24 years, Suzanne got her real name back. The revelation made headlines and brought some closure to those who knew and loved her. Suzanne's mother, Sandra, who searched for her daughter for so long, finally learned the truth of what happened. The story of Sharon Marshall is almost too twisted to believe. A real-life horror movie spanning decades. It's a tale of stolen identity, twisted family ties, and unimaginable abuse, all hidden in plain sight. Truly, sometimes truth is stranger and darker than fiction. At least now we know who Suzanne really was and we can remember her, not the aliases forced on her. The brave, brilliant girl behind the tragedy will not be forgotten. If there's one takeaway here, it's a reminder to trust your gut and be careful who you trust with your kids. Monsters can hide in plain sight, sometimes pretending to be family, so hug your loved ones a little tighter tonight and maybe run a background check on any sketchy new step-parents just in case. Stay safe out there and thanks for watching. End of story.